Hey, Nadine. Great to see you again. Okay, mango.
What are you on about?
Oh, it's my safe word.
Are you always this clever?
I have my moments.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at our picks for the biggest and best action moments from the Uncharted series.
Oh, hi!
For this list, we'll be looking at the sequences that got our blood pumping and our controllers sweaty, as we did our best to help Nate narrowly escape another near-death experience.
we were almost in that.
Story spoilers for the entire Uncharted series follow. What are your favorite moments from the Uncharted games? Let us know down in the comments. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Oh my god, you're serious.
Yemen Foot Chase. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception.
No.
Nate?
Run.
After being drugged and sent on a nauseating tour of the streets of Yemen, Nate is brought face to face with Marlowe. Following some polite conversation, Nate is sent on a frantic foot chase after Talbot to try to prevent Marlowe's right-hand man from locating Sully. What follows is a breakneck chase sequence straight out of a Bourne movie. Nate's climbing skills and knack for improvisation, and just his pure dumb luck, all come into play as he barrels through crowded streets, shops, and even homes of the local residents.
Shit.
With Talbot's men raining down gunfire from the rooftops, Talbot continually manages to slip from Nate's grasp until Nate finally corners him. All of this culminates in a fistfight between the two in which Nate finally has the upper hand until one of Talbot's men sucker punches him.
You bastard. Come on, Magic Man.
Nepal Tank. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves.
Holy shit! Oh crap! Jump! Jump!
Poor Nate can't even get a little R&R after surviving a train wreck without someone crashing the party. Nate and Tenzin do their best to keep Lazarevic's forces at bay, but seemingly tired of having to constantly deal with Nate interfering, Lazarevic sends in a tank to deal with Nate once and for all. The two do their best to navigate the crumbling mountain town while being stalked by a tank that has no regard for property values.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Gunfire has no effect against the lumbering giant, and a dangerous game of cat and mouse takes place, all while Nate and Tenzin continue to fight Lazarevic's ground forces. Thankfully, because Lazarevic is overprepared, he also sent his men in with the weapons of their own destruction, and with a few choice shots from some RPGs, the tank finally stops rolling for good.
Hold on to your hat.
Train Bomb. Uncharted The Lost Legacy.
It's a bomb.
What?
A Sav traded the tusk for a bomb. Fireworks.
This is big.
As is usually the case with these pesky treasure hunts, everything tends to get a bit more complicated right when the treasure is in their hands. After finally securing the tusk, Chloe, Nadine, and Sam then need to stop a Sav from detonating a bomb and enacting a civil war. These things are always easier said than done, though. After catching up to the train, they fight their way through the cars to reach the engine a la Nate in Uncharted 2. More on that in a bit. The girls take things a step further, however, by leaping from train cars to moving trucks with mounted guns and back again. Chloe and Sam manage to divert the train, but it's not over yet as Chloe races back on board to save Nadine. All of this ends in a fistfight with Asav and an escape that leaves him alone with his precious bomb. Stay in the light. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception.
Your torch seems to be dying out. Good luck with that.
As if barely escaping an army of man-eating beetles wasn't harrowing enough, that's only the start of Nate and Sully's problems. Marlowe's men begin to ignite the entire dilapidated building with Nate, Sully, and many of Marlowe's men still inside. Fighting unending waves of henchmen and dodging bullets, all while trying desperately to stay one step ahead of the encroaching flames, is a nerve-wracking ordeal for even the most seasoned of Uncharted players.
Over here!
As the walls and floors literally fall from beneath their feet, Nate and Sully have no choice but to climb upwards with the flames licking at their heels. Even once the two make it outside, their ordeal is far from over. The flames have eaten the building alive, and Nate and Sully run for their lives as the roof collapses behind them, threatening to swallow them up if they make one wrong step. No escape. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
I just need Sam.
Wait, now you're making a mistake.
Don't listen!
After Elena finds and rescues Nate in the middle of the jungle, somehow, the two are quickly besieged by Rafe and Nadine's shoreline goons as they try to find a way back to save Sam once again. Surrounded by the wreckage of countless ships, all seeking the same treasure, Nate and Elena need to quickly navigate the beached galleons to survive the onslaught. Stealth is definitely not an option here, as the two use all the artillery at their disposal to fight back the heavy armored combatants before finding Sam.
Man, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah. How about we get off this damn beach, huh?
Absolutely.
Even reuniting with Sam doesn't do much to even the odds, and with Shoreline's resources being seemingly limitless, they of course send in an armored truck to hunt the trio down. The truck relentlessly pursues Nate until Sully appears with a miraculous last-minute save.
Keep going. Holy shit. Sully? How you doing, Nate?
Rough Seas, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Never come between Nathan Drake and his friends and family. After getting separated from Sully and Elena, Nate believes he knows where Sully is being held captive. Fighting not only Marlowe's pirate companions, but Mother Nature herself, Nate battles through the waves of enemies to make his way across the seas to an old cruise liner setting sail in the storm. All of Nate's platforming and stealth skills are put to the test as the ship rocks back and forth in the violent waves. Like most of Nate's adventures, things only go from bad to worse once he finds out it was all a trick and Sully was never on board.
You never had him, did you?
Of course not. I lied. Remember? I'm a pirate.
In true Nathan Drake fashion, Nate finds the most over-the-top means of escape as the ship begins to capsize before forcing him to outrun and narrowly evade the ensuing waves. Desperate times. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
One in the middle of all the gunfire and explosions.
Lucky us.
Nate, that's right where Lazarevich is camped. I was hoping we'd be headed in the opposite direction.
Well, desperate times, right?
Nothing is ever easy for poor Nate. Even something as seemingly simple as reaching a better vantage point is an ordeal that requires scaling a bombed-out building. And then, of course, there's a helicopter. Because there's always a helicopter.
Holy shit.
With gunfire spraying all around them, Nate and Chloe quickly scramble across the decaying and broken rooftops, narrowly escaping the bullets flying all around them. Even as they attempt to find cover within a nearby building, the chopper simply blows a hole in the side to continue its pursuit, which causes the already unstable structure to give way and almost take Nate and Chloe down with it. The two finally get the upper hand on their pursuer in the end, with a few well-placed shots from a convenient grenade launcher.
Down she goes!
Stowaway. Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. Even after barely surviving a sinking ship, Nate is ready to take on whatever comes next in order to save Sully. Aided by Elena, the two make their way through an airport to the last flight heading to where Sully is being held. Barely making it on board, Nate isn't even given a few moments to catch his breath before he's found out, and by the biggest henchman on board, no less. Thinking proactively, the henchman attempts to eject Nate from the plane through the open cargo bay door, which ends badly for everyone. Nate wins the fight, but at the cost of the aircraft. With the plane exploding and debris free-falling all around him, Nate is left with no choice but to bail out and hope for the best. Thankfully, all the cargo is equipped with parachutes for airdrop, or this could have easily been Nate's final adventure.
Oh, thank God.
Locomotion. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
What do we do now?
I'm going after her.
Of course you are. Typical. Go after her.
Flynn said something about a train.
It appears not even seemingly being double-crossed right to his face can shake Nathan Drake's loyalty. After Chloe quote-unquote turns on them, Nate and Elena race to catch up to the train transporting Lazarevich and his men and rescue Chloe before her true loyalty is found out. Just as Nate believes he might be out of the woods, unbelievably, another chopper appears and is hell-bent on blowing him off the train. With bullets spraying everywhere and still more men to gun down, the only thing that would make it worse is if train cars started exploding all around him. Ever resourceful, Nate once again uses the enemy's artillery against them and brings down the chopper once and for all. This of course isn't the end of Nate's problems though, and after being shot by Henry, Nate decides if he's going down, he's taking the whole train with him.
Here goes nothing.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Caravan, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. What starts as a chase on horseback ends with an entire caravan of vehicles laid to rest in the desert. The Thieves of Libertalia, Uncharted 4 A Thief's End. No time for sightseeing as Nate and Sam avoid gunfire before an epic beatdown from Nadine.
We just talk about this.
I don't think so.
Zombie Spaniards. Uncharted Drake's Fortune. No one expects the Spanish zombies!
The gold of El Dorado bears a terrible curse. The Spaniards have unleashed hell, become as demons.
Hidden in Plain Sight. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
I think that's Sam's tower.
Well, it's definitely Sam's tower. Come on. This way.
This is like the greatest hits of Nathan Drake's entire adventure catalog all rolled into one. Once again, Nate is tasked with rescuing Sam. What starts as a gunfight in the streets quickly evolves into a car chase with an armored truck in pursuit. After running out of road, Nate latches himself onto a crane arm of the convoy after Sam and is mercilessly dragged through scaffolding, water, and the muddy roads of a nearby shantytown. Nate manages to commandeer himself a vehicle, but is quickly ambushed by the armored truck he thought he'd left behind.
Watch out!
Sam manages to scoop Nate up in the nick of time, and the two once again try to desperately outrun and outgun the behemoth. With Nate firing blindly and Sam narrowly staying ahead, the two once again barely escape with their lives.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Do you agree with our picks? Don't forget to stick around and check out our other videos on MojoPlays.